Contrary to what YouTube would have you believe, gardening's not always glamorous. Sometimes we're just doing maintenance and chores. Hi, herb mates, and welcome back to my garden. Come along with me today to tackle some garden chores. I'm going to be harvesting some medicinal plants, giving my tomatoes some much needed attention, and if you watch until the end, I have a special surprise in store for you. All right, let's knock out some of these garden chores. First stop, my mugwort patch. If you've never heard of mugwort before, don't worry, you're not alone. It's one of those lesser known gems that I have completely fallen in love with. For me, having mugwort in my garden is all about creating a little bit of calm and spiritual connection. I love harvesting it because it's just so versatile. I make fresh plant tinctures with it. I use it dried for both cold and hot infusions. But one of my absolute favorite ways to work with it is making dream pillows or satchels. I like using 3 parts dried mugwort to 1 part lavender under my pillow. I'm telling you, the level of relaxation and vivid, lucid dreams you'll have with this herb is wild. So that's what I'm doing here, harvesting more for drying. I already have plenty of fresh plant tincture shelved in my apothecary, but I'm due to replenish my dry stash. If you're interested in growing some yourself, it really thrives here in Texas. It can actually be an aggressive grower, which can be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. Come on, let's see what else we can get done. All right, shifting gears a bit. Yarrow! Look at these beautiful clusters of delicate flowers and its soft fern-like leaves. It's just so cheerful. I love having yarrow in my garden, not just because it's pretty, but it's also the Swiss Army knife of plants, if you know what I mean. It's a must-have herb in your natural wellness kit. In my family, if someone has a fever, yarrow. Chest or sinus congestion, yarrow. You're cut and bleeding, yarrow. It's the herb that just keeps giving, and today I'm gathering some to make a fresh plant tincture and drying it also to use in salves. So I intended to harvest this Monarda or bee balm today, but I looked closely and the bees have finally arrived. The past few months, my garden has been mostly devoid of pollinators. I've been heavily dependent on wasps. So I'm not going to harvest this today, but if you guys would like a video on the medicinal benefits of bee balm in the future or Monarda, please let me know. Comment down below because at some point I will get to harvesting this in the garden. I just want to leave it for them right now because they seem to be waking up and showing up now. And this is amazing pollen and nectar for the bees. Okay, let's see what else we have on our chore list. Pruning tomatoes. They've been growing so quickly, and I'm going to be honest, it's not a chore I put high on my priority list. I usually manage to do it a few times during the season. If you're not familiar with tomato pruning, removing the sucker, which is the branch that grows in the V of the main stem, helps to keep your tomatoes manageable, but it also helps to direct the energy into growing large, juicy fruit. So today was a lucky day. I finally got around to doing the task I put off the most. Also, that sticky residue you get all over your hands from working with them, ooh, so annoying. Don't come at me in the comments. I know people are ready to die on the tomato hill. It's such a beloved veggie. It's just not my favorite to maintain. That's all. Our tomatoes are really taking off. If you grow indeterminate varieties like these, you know they just keep growing and growing. And they can quickly outgrow their initial support, even a sturdy cattle panel like this one. So to keep them happy and productive, I needed to extend their support. So I decided to use some simple garden twine. It's affordable, strong, and easy to work with. The process is pretty straightforward. I'm just creating a new layer of support above the cattle panel by tying twine horizontally. This gives those climbing branches something to lean on, preventing them from flopping over and breaking under the weight of the fruit. Okay. All right, now it's time to give my garden a little boost. And for that, I've partnered with Fancy Chicken. I absolutely love their pelleted organic chicken manure. I started using it last summer and my garden flourished. It's gentle, it's all-purpose, and it's easy to apply. So it is one of my go-tos when wanting to fertilize my garden as a whole. I really cannot overstate this enough. What I love about this product is how incredibly easy it is to apply. As you can see, it comes in this convenient pelleted form. So you can just sprinkle it right at the base of your plants. No fuss, no mess, unlike some of the other fertilizers out there. I simply spread a small amount around each plant and throughout my garden beds. The pellets break down slowly, releasing those vital nutrients gradually. This is fantastic because it means your plants get a steady feed over time and you don't have to worry about burning them. It's certified organic, so I know I'm feeding my soil and my plants the really good stuff. It's packed with balanced nutrients that promote strong growth and also does wonders for improving your soil structure and boosting microbial activities, building a healthier, more vibrant garden from the ground up. And now for the most exciting part, because I love fancy chickens so much, I want one of you to get a bag for free. All you have to do is like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and comment below what you are most excited to be growing this spring. All the details for the giveaway will be in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden today, and as always, please like and subscribe so we can grow, harvest, and heal together.